Today's game was really fun and awesome for our kids, with it being a kids game. So I just want to start off by acknowledging our marketing team for getting them here. And it's just a special day for us. It's a cool opportunity for us to get to use our platform to give kids opportunities and exposure to really high level basketball. And we talked a lot before this game about just what we wanted to make of today, and that was just to inspire and be great role models for all the little ones out there. So I am very, very proud because I thought that our kids did that in every way, shape, and form. Basketball wise, just a really solid, complete game for us. I think Central Arkansas is a very good team. If you look at what they did last season and returning everyone that they did, I think they're going to have a good year. And we've kind of had a theme of playing teams like that have been very successful last year with a lot of returning experience. And so I just love the way that our kids are responding to that because we really don't have that experience. But to, have 33 made field goals on 24 assists, I think that speaks volumes to the selflessness of this group and just the buy-in that they have to do what we're trying to get them to do. Defensively, I think we still have a lot of room to grow and need to get better, but overall I just really thought this was a great, solid, and complete game for us.
Coach, you could really tell within the first, you started off on a 9-0 run, and you really could tell right away that it was like that you were clearly, the better team today. Why do you think that you were able to stave off any runs even for them to make? It was just a dominant performance from tip to tip.
A couple games ago we had a really similar start that was hot. I think it was like 33-11 in the first quarter against I want to say Arkansas Pine Bluff. I have pregnancy brain sometimes, so I can't remember details, but I think that's what it was. And I just thought that, where I wasn't happy is I thought that our intensity kind of dropped a little bit. And so I've been focused on how I can help them and how I can push them to just be more complete and maintain or sustain that intensity for a full 4 quarters. And I think that happens in practice. And we've really been raising our standard in practice and holding them to a higher standard. And I think what you saw today was just a result of them understanding what that standard is.
Are you still sort of figuring out all the different weapons that you've got with this team? Because it seems like they kind of change from game to game.
Yes, and that's a really awesome thing that we've got going for us right now is we do have so many weapons. A really special one right here next to me. She's been as solid as they come, not just offensively, but defensively, more importantly, which is, I say more importantly because that's where we need to grow the most. And I think she's been a heck of a leader for us in that case. But it's great just knowing at any given time, anyone can go off and it can be anyone's day or anyone's night. And the great thing about this team is they don't care. They don't care who it is, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to, help their teammates be successful. I think as a staff, we're still really trying to figure it out. And we had about a 3-hour meeting a couple days ago trying to figure out, rotations and how we can best help them. And that's still a work in progress, but I like what we did today. And I think that we, can continue to figure things out, but our depth is definitely our biggest strength right now.
How unique is it to have a team that is selfless like that doesn't care who it is that scores the points on any given game?
It's the most fun team that I've ever been a part of. I can't really speak to other teams, but I just know I wake up and go to bed very, very thankful for this group of girls that we have. It's a fun and special thing to be a part of.
Sort of speaking to that, Riley's 4 points probably won't jump off the stat sheet, but she had 8 rebounds in 14 minutes. How important is it to have a piece like that that's willing to do the dirty work like she is?
Yeah, that's Riley's role. We talk about doing your job, and everyone has a very, very specific job to do, and rebounding is Riley's primary job for us. And she did a heck of a job today, came in, was a great spark for us in that area, and she needs to continue to do that for us. But, she understands her assignment, so that was a great game for her.
And then what does Tenen kind of bring to this team? It seems like she's made you guys quite more dynamic than maybe you were last season.
Absolutely. You know, when you've got a big of her caliber inside, but then you've got shooters to surround her, I mean, that's hard to stop. And that's where I think what we were saying, you know, just our depth and our different weapons. We're a very hard team to guard right now, and we got to continue to get better, and I got to continue to find ways to help them. But I like what we've got going right now. Sometimes it's an inside game, and sometimes it's an outside game.
Coach, with so much depth, and I think y'all have had 4 different leading scorers so far this season. Defensively, do you notice opponents? I don't know. Do opponents' game plans, have they changed kind of game to game just because maybe the hot hand in the last game was different?
That's hard to say this early. I think everyone is kind of trying to just be good at what they do, you know. So, I mean, last game Fairfield has a very specific way of guarding, and I don't think that was that they changed that for us. And you know, this early you don't really have that data or film to really know, but I wouldn't want to play against us, you know. I mean, it's kind of pick your poison. So again, though, we're still trying to figure out how we can best help our kids, but I think it's kind of hard to tell this early, but I think that we are problematic for some people.
Micah, it's a interesting energy that's in the building on field trip day. I'm curious what you all notice as players, because obviously you're focused on the game mostly, but that and just you know, what was kind of feeling good for you today?
Yes, that game was super fun, super loud, but we focused on like using our hand signals and, you know, really communicating and having a connection between our teammates. And then I just let the offensive side come to me. I just really emphasize my defense because I know my defensive presence. So that's really it, to be honest.
Micah, you know, I'm sure y'all talked about, you know, hey, we could start off 5-0, and I'm sure y'all have other goals too, but like, how good is it to actually be at this point and have won these first several games, and do you feel like the team overall is gaining confidence?
Yes, we're definitely gaining confidence, but I think the thing is we focus one game at a time, so it just keeps our mind neutral and on the mission.
One for both of you, whoever wants to go first, but it seems like Jaden was settling in a little bit more as far as what we've seen from her in game action today. Curious how y'all are feeling about her kind of acclimating after missing so much time.
I think she's just finding her flow. That's what freshmen need, and yeah, once she gets in the game, she knows like where her shots are and where we are. So I think she's just finding her flow and getting the rhythm.
Yeah, definitely. She kind of had a tough hand dealt to her because she wasn't just out with limited minutes in practice. She was out for a straight month, and so that was hard for all of us because we were all getting a rhythm with her. And then you know, she had to get healthy, and she came back our toughest game against our best opponent thus far in Fairfield, and that's just a tough game to come back to. So I'm excited to see her continue to get that rhythm and that flow. We saw a little bit more of that today, but I have no worries. I think it's just gonna be only a matter of time before she really gets things completely figured out. She had good minutes today, but I know what she's capable of, and I think she does too. She caught me before I took the mic after the game and had to tell me, you know, hey, I'm sorry about this. I figured this out, and I mean, that's just who she is. You know, she really wants to be a great teammate and do what her team needs her to do.
Micah, can you kind of speak to how nice it is as a player and someone who's turned into a leader on this team to have so many options that can pick it up on any given night?
Oh yes, this team is very selfless, so it's just fun, to be honest. Like, you get to find different options. Teams can't really guard you because if they take away one option, then the other option is open. So it's just free and fun, and the offense just flows.
Anything else?